Hey, Shabbat Shalom Mishboka. Welcome to a special edition of Torah Tidbits. I'm dealing with the Torah portions called the 7 weeks of consolation or the 7 weeks of comfort. I'm doing this in a response to my other one regarding the 3 weeks of rebuke from Tammuz 17 to the 9th of Av. Now, the 7 Torah portions following the 3 weeks of rebuke are Isaiah chapter 40 verses 1 through 26, Isaiah 49 verses 14 through chapter 51:3, Isaiah 54 verse 11 through 55:5, Isaiah 51:12 all the way to 53:12, Isaiah 52 verse 13 all the way to chapter 54 verse 10, Isaiah 60 verses 1 through 22, and lastly, Isaiah 61, verse 10, all the way to chapter 63, verse 9. And those are the 7 Haftarah portions for the 7 weeks of consolation or the 7 weeks of comfort. Now, what's the deal with this? Well, these Haftarah portions carry us to the very end of our Torah reading cycle. And the reason that they are 7 weeks of comfort, because after the 3 weeks of rebuke, and after all the destruction and terrible things that have happened on the 9th of Av, Yahweh wants to comfort his people through the words of Isaiah, saying that, the punishment is necessary, kind of like when a father comes and spanks a son. Son, this spank is going to hurt me more than it does you. And you never truly understand that until you're a parent, because it hurts to see your kids hurt, especially when you're the one that has to dish out the necessary punishment. So, God is comforting his people and say, despite the city lying in ruins, despite the destruction of the temple, I'm here to tell you, I'm here to comfort you. And the word comfort here, that is used many times, is a comfort regarding sympathy and empathy, a sighing, a really feeling and a groaning, putting your arms around somebody else and just really feeling their pain, mourning with those who mourn, weeping with those who weep. That's the word comfort, bringing comfort by empathy. And so God is saying, you know what, I know things look bad, I know this is your darkest hour, I know that you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm here to tell you that, I will restore you. I will restore your land, I will restore your city, I will restore your temple. I'm bringing a divine, atoning Mashiach to come to rescue you, to deliver you from all your sin, from all your bondage, to deliver you from all of your enemies. And, instead of being a punishment and a byword among the nations, you're going to end up being the light, the beacon, the center of attention to all the world. You will no longer have to go out and minister and be missionaries to bring light to the Goyim. The Goyim will want what you have so bad that they're going to be pounding down your door to get what you have. And so, what could be more comforting than those promises? And we're seeing the birth and fruition of these promises on a very small scale. When Israel returned to the land in the 1940s, prophecy was fulfilled in that literally the desert was turned into an oasis. Desert land was irrigated, and fruit-bearing plants popped up virtually overnight. The prophecies that Israel will return from exile. Judah has already turned from Babylonian captivity, but there's still the 10 tribes from Assyrian captivity that have never returned. These will return, and Jews from Judah who have not returned yet to the land, who decided to stay in exile through Russia and China and all the countries in the Middle East, through ministries, through special Christian and Jewish ministries, they are using jets and airplanes and lavish ways to bring these Jews back to the land so that they can immigrate back to Israel. And so prophecy is being fulfilled. These governments are some of them are fitting the bill for these Jews to return, and the prophecies talk about, how that these kings and these rulers of other nations will carry them on their shoulders, that these queens will nurse Israel at her breasts. And Israel will return to the land. So indeed, these are the most comforting passages of Isaiah, because the prior part of Isaiah is nothing but burning, blistering rebuke, and the prophecy of the forthcoming punishment and exile and destruction. And here Isaiah is now comforting his people by the command of Yahweh, and we have these 7 weeks of consolation or comfort that are in the Haftarah portions that bring us to the end of our Torah reading cycle. hope you get much pleasure and enjoyment and enlightenment and education and edification from these Haftarah portions till the end of the year. So, Shalom and Shavua Tov Mishpocha. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.